Why is he pretending to be a fireman? This is not dress-up time. That's something that my little boys did when they were still in the single digits, would put on the fun fireman's jacket and pretend to be firemen. That is not something that the host of World News Tonight for ABC News Broadcast Network should be doing live from a disaster scene. It's not dress-up time, my friend. I'm big on the costume nights. We do it at home with my children when we're on vacation, not on the news when people are dying. What are you doing? It's for show. He's an actor on screen. That's what's happening there. And the clothespins just put a period behind that sentence.
Shopping, a place to eat. And as you can see here behind me, it's been completely wiped away. There are still flames burning from multiple buildings here and smoke rising from the ash. Again, this is where the community would be at a time.
As fires rage through Los Angeles, tensions are running high among residents who want answers from their government leaders. In particular, reports fire hydrants have run dry as firefighters battle the historic blazes. Sky News Washington correspondent Annalise Nielsen joins us live now. Annalise, Gavin Newsom has responded to growing criticism.
Look, he's been under fire over the last few days about the fact there has been an issue accessing water. Now, local government officials in California have said that this is a long-running issue in California, that simply they can't keep up the water level to have the sufficient amount of water in fire hydrants all the time, that much of it does come down to local levels. For many living in that region, that answer is simply not good enough. They want to know why the water wasn't made available when they knew that there was going to be this strict of an issue with the fire warnings coming in the last few days and what we've seen, the absolute devastation rip through this region. There are also questions around whether there were enough water towers, and in particular that does start to push more into state government authority. What we are looking at is a lot of frustrated people who want answers. In particular, here's one resident who spoke directly to Gavin Newsom, saying she wanted answers from her governor and her president.
Governor, I live here, Governor. That was my daughter's school, Governor. Please tell me what you're going to do. I'm not going to hurt him, I promise.
I'm literally talking to the president right now to specifically answer the question of what we can do for you and your daughter.
Can I hear it? Can I hear your call? Because I don't believe it.
I'm sorry. There's literally, I've tried 5 times. That's why I'm walking around to make the
Why
call.
is the president not taking your call?
Because it's not going through. So
Why?
I have to get cell service.
So let's get it. Let's get it. I want to be here when you call the president.
I appreciate it. I'm doing that right now. And it's to immediately get reimbursements, individual assistance, and to help you. I'm devastated for you. I'm so sorry, especially for your daughter. I have 4 kids. Losing
Everyone who went to school there, they lost their homes. They lost 2 homes because they were living in one and building another. Governor, please tell me, what are you going to do with the president right now?
we're getting the resources to help rebuild.
Why was there no water in the hydrants, Governor?
That's all literally.
Is it going to be different next time?
It has to be.
The Mayor Karen Bass has also been under fire over questions of why she chose to travel to Africa for the inauguration of the president of Ghana instead of staying in Los Angeles when these fire warnings were coming through before the devastation really took hold. She's hit back at those claims that she abandoned her posting, saying that this was an official diplomatic mission for the President of the United States. And she's also hit back at accusations that she mismanaged funds around the local fire department. There has been a cut to the fire department budget of 17 million, 23 million was the original reported figure. But what she has been saying is that that money was cut so that they could put more money into training firefighters to come on board. That simply doesn't answer the question for those residents about why they didn't have enough firefighters on the ground now to make sure there was enough support for those locals on the ground who are losing homes, those who are losing lives, and why the fire department had to set up a hotline to have volunteer firefighters call in from around the country to show up and do the job, that they had their own job cuts lost in their area and they could have had their own local trained people doing this very job that they needed.
You know, I think if you go back and look at the reductions that were made, there were no reductions that were made that would have impacted the situation that we were dealing with over the last couple of days. And then there was a little bit of confusion because money was allocated to be distributed later on, which was actually going to support salaries and other parts of the fire department that were distributed a little later.
Kenny, we're standing by. This hour, the president's expected to address the nation around the federal response to these fires in Los Angeles.
We'll look out for that one. Annalise Nielsen, thanks you.